Okay, welcome to another SolidWorks tutorial, opening a new part, and I'm going to show you how we made the rocker. First of all, like every other time, we're going to open a sketch on the top plane. For the rocker, we originally created it with a single circle, and we had two others. Some people called these different, some people called them different things, but these are basically our 10mm ones, 8mm, and then this is going to be our 12mm. So I'm going to fully define the 12mm one. First of all, it's gone wrong, so I'm just going to press escape. You can see there that is selected, that's not selected, so whenever I select something, it's trying to measure from those 2 points. By tapping escape, I can get out of that. So I'm going to measure this 12, return. I'm going to measure one of these to be 8. Press escape to exit smart dimension. So you can see there I'm in it because the button's grey, and when I tap escape, I've exited it. So that's how to quickly exit something. I'm going to select this circle, press and hold control, press this circle, give them equal relations. So now, whenever I change the size of this one, they both change. Control Z will undo that. Using a centre line for construction geometry, I'm going to draw a line between the centre of all the circles, and as you can see, the little yellow icon shows that it's going to have a concentric relation, so the end of that line is going to share the same centre as that circle. Escape. Okay, brilliant. Give this horizontal relation, so I can make it horizontal in the little pop-up tab, or I can make it horizontal over here. Using our smart dimension tool again, we're going to smart dimension the line. Important for the dimension to come off it perpendicular. If it comes off vertically like this, we're going to get an incorrect measurement. So I'm just going to put that over there, and I'm going to give that a dimension of 50. I'm also going to give this one a separate dimension of 50. If I wanted to maintain these equal, I could give them equal relation, but I don't. So tapping escape again, I'm just going to exit smart dimension. If you watch it here, I tap it, it exits. So now we can see that this is just moving around. So we're going to define an angle by smart dimension in one line. You see the 50 comes off it, and before I click anything else, I'm going to click that. So there we go, 120, return. And then we have our fully defined initial sketch. Moving on from that, I'm going to draw a circle around the outside of all of them. Here you can see the little automatic relation appears concentric. So you know that the centre of these circles are going to share the same centres. Now, I know that this circle and this circle need to be equal. I also know that this circle wants to be 7mm away from that circle. So by pressing and holding shift, I can select the outer circle and the inner circle, and it will allow me to measure between the two to be 7. By pressing and holding shift, I can select 2 circles and measure between them, just like that, and I know that one needs to be 5. Now we're going to add the tangent lines. So I'm just going to draw some lines, just pressing escape each time. Select the circle, press and hold control, select the line, give it a tangent relation. Now some of you were realising that if this line wasn't quite all the way there, you weren't getting it fully defined, so I like to make the line a lot longer and then use the trim to closest tool, and that will allow that line to be right on the edge of there. Well, when you zoom in that far, you know. So SolidWorks knows that that line's touching. So I'm going to drop more of these in. Oops, you have to excuse me today, I've got a bit of a cold. It's not an issue. Again, pressing and holding control, doing tangent relations. Press escape, trim entities, trim entities. Okay, now I've just noticed on mine it's not displaying the relations, So I need to select that. Oops. So I need to I don't know why mine isn't selecting showing the relations. Anyway, I know they exist. Oh, what's this doing here? Ah, this was the trim entities tool from earlier. Because it went through the centre line, it hadn't quite trimmed that one. Press and hold control, tangent relation, press and hold control, tangent relation, trim the entities, that one. Now to zoom in and out, we all know I'm just using the mouse scroll. Dropping that in there, there we go. And select, tangent. Now this one here looks like it's tangent, but it's actually not. If we zoom in there, you can see before we even get anywhere near close, there's a gap. So this is why it's important to select your two and give it the actual relation. There we go. Then that's black. We trim it up. There we go, fully defined. Press OK. Yeah, I really don't know why my computer's not showing the relations. I'll have to have a look into that. So I've just selected, sorry, I'll press escape to exit that. So now what I want to do is I want to create the fillet that we did here. So I'm going to sketch a fillet there. Sketch fillet between that line and that line. Do you want to continue? Yes, I do. So there we go. Trim entities of all the stuff on the inside that we don't want, to neaten it up a lot. And there we go, a fully defined rocker with good design intent, which is important. Now I'm going to have to end this video before I need to sneeze.